Yellow, yellow. Welcome back. Welcome back. We are back live for some more training. We're using my other streaming service because OBS is acting weird right now and it doesn't want to work. So I'm going to use Restream. So shout out to Restream. Appreciate it. It's a good alternative to OBS and it's free for all of you that stream. So man, sometimes it's usually my fault. Okay, let's see what we was working with yesterday. It's not bad at all, actually. Well, I mean, my turn of skill there is bad, but stat wise, that's not bad. 3 wit, 2 speed, and a power. Okay, that's what I that's what I got now, right? He got a big ass head. What is up with the half? I didn't even wait. Hockey players can have half cages. That sounds like it would suck. Ooh, imagine having a half cage and somebody just cross checks you just right across the jaw. Oof, that half cage ain't gonna be no good then. Yeah. Yo, I need a good for El Condor pasta shadow break. right? Shadow Break, right? That's a pretty good one. They've never changed their shared character. That Agnes Digital has been there for a while. I don't know if they built this Agnes Digital like in January and was just like, okay, now I'm ready for Aquarius Cup or what they're doing. But this chick's been here a while. It's actually kind of crazy when you think about it. You do give them out skills.
How much of it is accessible? Let's get going. We're already too late again. We wanted to meet our buddy Chris there, basically 5 minutes, but within 1 hour drive there. Hasn't started already. Meet Chris, a local explorer.
Bum, 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 bum. Let's see something right quick.
Perfect. That's the way. Can take a 5 minute break before we go to be ready. We need to be ready. Oh, what the thought there. Proper hiking trip. We were approaching the Olympic ice track, which is under barrier. For 2 weeks back in 2016, the world's best athletes rocketed down this 1.4 kilometer long course. 20 years later, the site sits dormant, winding down the southern Alps like a scar in the forest. It was built for 7,000 spectators, but for years now, it's been empty. We kept low and moved uphill through the trees toward the place where the races started. Okay, maybe we can find a more comfortable entrance than this. You can see the color? Not mine right now. On the track too, but the scenery is crazy. There's a big camera, but this one was for the bobsleds, I guess. Why we did not bring a board? What? It's very true. You gonna check in? Well, this could be it. Funny. There's not much breathing. It's fun. You can see how people stole the copper. They really took everything, even the sun stuff. Why all of this is so cheap?
At first, El Condor pasta was pretty good.
It's more than an SUV. It's your Chevy Equinox with advanced safety features. Now taxes. It's a TurboTax expert. Make it all for you. Like more or wait love. Once people try Taco Bell's new Lux Value Menu, which includes the new mini taco salad, its crispy tortilla shell bowl, and apple
Dirt, 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 dirt.
here's where they had storage opportunities for 2006. It was 40 during the Olympics. And in this one, they had the medals for the athletes. They were on display. So this was for interviews. We got there, George, medals, and the journalist. But I remember watching it because I was way too when it happened. So I remember the toys and all the chaos around here during the Olympics. It's just that and then the sports like football, Europe, and then people would actually do it through. I recognize many of the way because he's like one of the most famous sports speaker from my region, South Tyrol. And we just looked it up. He won a gold medal 2002 in the Olympic Games, and like this where the picture was made. And also in this Olympic Games of 2006, he also won a gold medal. And here there was his name and also the clothes he was wearing in the Olympic Games of 2006. And yeah, they even wrote his name the wrong way. Like there's an innocent after the G. And it's not really an Italian name, maybe that's why they wrote the name wrong. So we got one just like that. This venue hosted three spectacular events. Lucius the fastest event went through hitting 150 kilometers per hour, steered from tiny, precise adjustments. Bobsled is a team sport. Two or four athletes in a heavy stack. Finishes are often decided by hundreds of a second. Skeleton is just pure metal. Head first, lasting curves, and faces in centimeters of the ice.
Night Owl, bro. This one's already starting off crazy.
And this to protect them from the rain.
30, bro.
It's too much noise.
It's killing my turns. That's what, 4 or 5 turns I've had to waste on just mood and
You can still see
get back what I already had.
stay tight to the
It's pretty annoying. If it wasn't for that, my speed would be about 400 right now.
There's another start yet, or do you
I
think
should have did the first one without the bonus, just in case this happened. Draw. See.
after the Winter Games in 2006, this place stayed alive as a training camp, and it even hosted the occasional competition. But by 2011, we keeping an ice track like this running means spending millions every year just to keep the channel. So the old refrigeration system was dismantled, and instead of rebuilding it and bringing the track back to life, Italy chose a different path for the 2026 Winter Games. A new style event built to modern standards, while this one is this was built well 2006. Now 20 years later, they're building a new one in Cortina because they said that it would cost too much to put this one back in optimal conditions because we away with all the safety things and everything. So it's too expensive for the town to keep up, and they had to shut it down sadly. But I have a feeling that the next one, the same thing is gonna happen because it's not a very popular sport in Italy, sadly. Plus, I interviewed a guy who said like bringing this back and using order would be way cheaper than to build a new one. So most of the infrastructure here seems to be fine, I guess. For the new track, there were also some protests, like environmentalists were organizing protests against it. Because it was also like in the middle of the nature, they built it. So I just looked up the cost of the new bobsleigh they built in Cortina, and it tells me the new one costs 118 billion euros. Such an insane amount of money. How much was it to repair this one? 10 million. Yeah, I mean, there are some minor damages to see here and there, but as you said, the infrastructure is still here. The community inherited the monument and it never really with no use for a venue like this. Yet no money to be raised right now. Now it's finally set for a staggering 9 million. The glamour of the past Winter Games is no more known, leaving the world forbidden. While this year's event in Milano and Cortina is being presented as more sustainable, spread across already existing venues, one decision exposed the limits of them. The Olympic Committee urged organizers to use an existing sliding track just across the border. But Italy chose to keep it at home and build a new one instead. Just half an hour from the abandoned ice track, there is another symbol of the same sustainability. Fenced off, but left to rot. The Stadio del Trampolino. But back in 2006, ski jumpers once watched it. Okay, that's the formerly abandoned hotel right next to the ski jump, and they are working there at the moment. So let's see if we can enter this place or not. Similar place, I think they see us. Yes. Okay. You usually have to walk there, not in steps that go up, but okay, pretty visible. Unless they have just like before and like that, they are actually they finish the work yesterday. 5 ski jumps were built inside the village, barely 700. Beyond the Olympics, this site was meant to live on as a national train, created to shape the next generation of Italian ski jumpers. But it was space for up to 9,000 fans. Much Again, we are avoiding the workers by finding a path up the mountain, past them, and see if we can enter the property from up there. By 2009, it was game over. The jumps were shut down and rented the monument to waste around 34 million euros have been spent only for it to be abandoned. Hey, this is where the well, not the tourists that went around this. So where we have the judges or jumpers. These strangers who actually jump. Judges. Yeah. Man, this terrace is nice. Yeah, that's your window. Man, scenery. Trees already reclaiming the steps. Abandonment. Jump from here. What the fuck? Man, can you imagine the sadness? But then there's another big one. You know, the fun part starts. And they're up the most safest part. These green rubber beds were meant to protect the entrance. Now they are breaking down into countless plastic beds with kerosene. Everything looks still so brand new with those cables. The lamps. For years the community has been searching for solutions, not to give these jobs a new purpose, but to make them disappear. Investors work courted for a comeback, but for demolition. And yet, sections of the complex are still in surprisingly good condition, like a place frozen in time. It's wet. How's it looking? And it's standing like this. Man, this is terrifying. So, and this already the ride is horrible, but then to jump. Why they do this? Jump. Yeah. Nice new fit, Toby. Half of the tree is on you. Other workers. Well, if it's stretched like this, there should be an easy way in. Yeah, that's the way in. I already have this to prevent birds from flying against the windows, but still, there's this little dead fella. This place smells burnt. These are pictures from here. Kind of sure it's the same lens. And this is some sort of model of a mountain, maybe. Yeah, it's like little fake trees, snow powder. It was simulating a mountain, I guess. These different peaks here, here. And they smashed everything. Here is like the competitions of the games. Probably the standard one before they made competition for the different nationalities. Not much left. You know the sugar that you put in the tea and this with the Winter Games back in Italy, the promises of a legacy have returned again. But after seeing what was left behind, that work can sometimes become an excuse for venues too specialized to reuse and too expensive to keep alive. And while the event can create real long-term benefits for local communities, what we witness today isn't sustainability. It's a bill that lasts for decades. And if nothing changes, legacy can just become the polite name for the best thing when the lights go out. Speaking of legacy, our last upload was a recap of our 10-year-long journey exploring abandoned places here on YouTube. We also shared what's coming next, a TV project that takes us back to the Balkans in just a few weeks. And later this year, we will be filming in Switzerland too. So if you're a local explorer yourself in one of the regions that you would just like to meet up or host us, feel free to send us a message. We'd love to hear from you. And also, we'd like to see you.
In 1916, construction workers digging the 7th Avenue subway line in lower Manhattan uncovered a series of wooden beams in the wall of their tunnel. They had stumbled upon a shipwreck nearly 20 feet under Greenwich Street near what is now the World Trade Center's Portland Station. The foreman realized this could be something important, so he asked local historians and archaeologists to come down to the site and check it out. But none of them were interested in it, or at least not enough to go and excavate it. So he took it upon himself.
Don't worry, Jack. The general gives you a break to keep you covered. Whether it's on your car insurance or a break from your car.
imagine a very different feeling than 12 months ago after I picked in this race by Galactic 12 months ago. But Jamie, you did it. Yeah, it's sweet revenge. You know, last year we were going away very frustrated to come back here this year with brother. The bench that defeat is pretty unbelievable. Unbelievable there, because there were doubts over before this event. His debut on the dirt, being by 6-star, you'd never really know the mare's influence. Yeah, she was both a turf and performer. Everything about this horse at home who last summer screamed dirt. You know, he's not a fast horse, but like his brother, very long in stamina, and he's tough when he rides. So obviously today, when they went harder, that was absolutely fantastic. And stamina won the day for him. Great shape for David Redford, but he lost the mare this year. She's obviously a wonderful producer. Thankfully, we've done a deal with David on the phone. But you know, the Zoo Star to win a stakes race on dirt, I'd say that's almost certainly a world first. It's a massive moment for all concerned, really. Someone who spotted a gap in the market, bring these horses out, a UK-based trainer running horses on the dirt. You know what happened with Tony New York, but at the same time, well, there was a gap. Like everything in this game, it doesn't take long to build up, and I think that the dirt racing is getting stronger and stronger out here now. I certainly think this year's match of 3-year-olds are stronger than last year. And we might have to look for a different gap then. But no, we're still in the game.